Carrie Cavalli with The Imperfect Housewife Thrives. This is going to be the first video out of 3 videos explaining the process and journey that led to my first C-section. In this video, I'm going to explain how my first pregnancy went and what I did to prepare. Before we get started, I want to encourage my viewers to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We are going to have to work with the lighting that we have this morning. So my first trimester was, I'm just gonna be brutally honest, it was completely miserable for me. I have battled with really terrible skin for the majority of my life. In my first trimester, my skin broke out incredibly bad. I was really sick, really nauseous, really tired. My hormones were all out of whack, so I was always angry, I was always mad. I just couldn't control my temper. In my second trimester, I tell you, as soon as I hit my second trimester, as soon as it was like the 3rd month at the end and it was about to be like the 4th month, I was just like, bing! My face cleared up, so soft, like, and supple. I was like, I haven't had skin like that since I was like 12. So it was like amazing. And I was like, I wonder how long is this gonna last? And I just had so much more energy. 3rd trimester catches up. My clothes don't fit anymore. My face was swollen and my feet, like, you could push down on it and you can see the dent. My feet were, you know, always hurting. Like, just to walk through like a grocery store, like, I literally have to take a break from walking because my feet were always hurting. It was also the most uncomfortable time for me physically, just because you can't lay on your back for too long because the baby's putting pressure on, you know, your very vital organs. So when I first got pregnant, I was like, okay, I didn't want to gain weight. Like, I was really obsessing over it. When I went to the doctor, even though I was like only 13 weeks, my doctor was telling me I was gaining a lot of weight. My doctor was like, yo, slow down. I was like, I can't help it. At that point, I just started getting really obsessed with my weight, and I was just looking at all these pregnant women. I gave up on being obsessed about my weight, my pregnancy weight, when we were at this store and I saw like 5 million skinny pregnant women, and they were like pregnant, like they were about to pop and they were all skinny. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to stress out about this anymore because I want to be happy. So a lot of people say watch what you eat, but I'm just gonna give you my honest experience. I did not watch how I ate. I did not watch how much I ate. I did not watch calorie intake. I ate what I wanted to eat. I ate when I wanted to eat. I told myself I'm just gonna enjoy myself and enjoy my pregnancy. I just basically reasoned to myself and let myself know that, you know, this was the only time that I was going to be able to enjoy eating everything I wanted and when I wanted. When you are pregnant, you can say, I want a juicy, greasy cheeseburger with those seasoned fries at 2 o'clock in the morning with an ice cream cone and, you know, some kimchi on the side, and your partner, your family, whatever, they're not going to question it. They're going to be like, she's pregnant, give it to her. You can sleep as much as you want, you can eat as much as you want, and you can eat whenever you want. Take advantage of it. I'm not saying to go overboard and gain like 200 pounds and then be angry at me in this video and say, Carrie, you told me that you can like eat whatever you want, whenever you want, and now look at me, I've gained this weight. You have to know your limitations, your boundaries. You have to have self-control. But in my opinion, in my situation, I did not monitor my diet. I had fun, I enjoyed, and I don't regret it. Now, online, you're gonna see all these amazing women who are like working out, doing like dumbbells and like running and all of that, and just being extra fit while they're pregnant. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. If you weren't already living that lifestyle of like super powerlifting and all that extra stuff while you're pregnant, is not the time to start, especially in your first trimester, because your first trimester, your body's very, you know, still very vulnerable. It's still getting used to this, and it's like putting all this energy into it. Your body's just in overdrive trying to put this baby together, so you don't want to do any extra lifting and all of that. I believe your first trimester is the time to just rest. The most strength you're gonna have is in your second trimester. 3rd trimester needs to rest, take it easy because baby's about to pop. You don't want the baby to come early or be stressed. As far as physical activity goes, My experience and my advice, definitely try to be physically active. It's going to help you mentally. You're going to have a lot of like emotions. When I started to get that energy, I just would take like a simple walk around the park or a simple walk around the neighborhood. Getting that fresh air really helps, you know, get your mind together, you know, really recollect your thoughts. You can go over some things over your head, and then you can also just get your body moving, because you do want to have some kind of movement. It's not healthy to just be laying in bed all day or laying on the couch all day. You do want to move. It doesn't have to be extreme. It could be a simple walk, but it's good for you. By my second trimester, started dancing. I would just put on some music and just dance, or, you know, move my hips. The majority of the time when I was pregnant with my daughter, it was during the spring, the summertime here in Central Florida. It was very hot and very humid. I was able to get away with getting into the pool, and so when I was in the pool, I would do pool exercises, just like, you know, gentle, you know, little jogging and paddling in the water and just like stretching, because it was just so much easier in the water. That's when I would do it. I literally couldn't do any of that outside of the pool. As soon as I got in the pool, it was just like you feel weightless, and that's how I snuck in my workouts. But I definitely don't want you to feel that you are pressured to be this extra fit, extra working out person unless you already have been. Just fit it in when you have energy. Just let yourself rest and then work when you have the energy. So don't feel bad that you're resting. Just know in your mind, okay, I'm resting right now. It feels like it's forever. But when I do get that energy, I'm gonna take over the world. Alright, so I was just like so obsessed with just having like this perfect birth. I wanted a natural birth. I didn't want any medication. I wanted to feel the pain. What I did was I signed up for a breastfeeding class, and you know, they talked about lactation and, you know, the ins and outs of it. The lady in there that instructed the class was like,
I hope that none of you guys have a C-section, because it's like the most terrible situation that you could ever be, and I pray you don't have.
and I was like, I don't want one. Well, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I do not want a C-section, which is normal because no one sits and says, I want a C-section. I want to get surgery, because one, it's, you know, excruciatingly painful. 2, you're gonna have a scar. 3, it kind of puts you in a predicament where you can have a lot of kids. I heard that you can have multiple C-sections. I heard of a woman having up to 9 C-sections, but no one really wants to go through that pain and the healing process again. So it really scared me when she said that, and I was like, I'm not gonna get one. Like, I'm absolutely not gonna get one. I'm gonna be as healthy as possible and things like that. I also had really high expectations about how my first labor and birthing process would be. I wanted a mirror to see the baby come out. I wanted to keep my placenta for my own personal reasons. I'll explain why in the future, about why I chose to keep my placenta. Then I also wanted to exclusively breastfeed, so I did not want to give any formula, any bottle, any pacifier to my child. I just wanted that mother-child latch and connection and bond. I did not want my baby to go in the nursery, because during the breastfeeding class, they were like,
if you want to breastfeed, do not let your child go in the nursery. But what happens is the baby now gets used to the taste of formula, and the baby also gets used to the ease of the bottle nipple. So now when they give you back the baby, you're having a hard time with the latch, because they actually have to work for that latch.
Okay, wait. I was like, no nursery. I'm gonna have the baby in the room regardless, even if I don't get any sleep. I was just like gung-ho, like I'm gonna be this strong mom. I swear I'm obsessed with this mug. So my mom lives in California. That's where I grew up until I was about 14 years old. And she lives there currently with my stepdad and then my half brothers and sisters. I don't consider them my half brothers and sisters. They are my full brothers and sisters. That's for a whole different story. My mom has never been outside of California other than the Philippines. My mom is full Filipina, by the way. So she has never been outside of California other than the Philippines. She doesn't travel outside of California. I knew that asking her to come was going to be a long shot, but I really wanted her to be a part of it. I really wanted her to be a part of my first labor. At this time, remember, I did not know I was going to have a C-section. When a girl has a baby, I think that if she is close to her mom or has a good relationship with her mom, she does want her mom there for support. And so I convinced my mom to come out. Definitely definitely pack your hospital bag near the end of your second trimester just so you can get it out the way, and either keep it in the car that you know you're gonna take to the hospital, or keep it in your front door, by your front door when you leave, so that when you go into labor, you know that it's time to go and you know where it's at. Near the end of your pregnancy, the last 2 to 3 weeks before you have the baby, when you are due, do not go on any long distant trips. Near the time that I was due, about 2 weeks before I was due, we wanted to go to a city 30 minutes away from home, and we just decided not to. We just wanted to stay near our home base because it was closest to our hospital. Definitely eat healthy. If you feel nauseous or whatnot, sneak it in. Take your prenatals all the time. Sneak in that green smoothie. What I would do is like take my prenatal and then I would sneak in that green smoothie first thing in the morning, just so I can know I just like knocked it out, and then for the rest of the day I'm good. And I also did take DHA. DHA is very, 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 very important for brain development. And I used krill oil. That's Krill. I swear by it, and I will be doing a separate video on that because that is a holy grail. Definitely be active. Don't stress yourself out about working out and being like this super active fitness guru, but definitely be active. So when you do have the energy, walk around the neighborhood, go for a swim, dance in your living room. Just be active. Don't let yourself stay in the house breathing in that stuffiness and laying in bed all day. Rest when you can. Do not feel guilty about sleeping, because once baby comes, there's no resting.
There is no resting when baby comes.
Unfortunately. Stress, watch your stress levels. When you are pregnant, when you are stressed, you can stress out the baby and you can stress out your body. So your body doesn't need that extra stress because it can cause it to have pre-labor and cause it to have contraction. Your body's already stressing in itself, trying to get everything together for baby, that you don't need that added stress. And then baby, mentally, it's not good to be stressed, but your baby's gonna come out, just really, I don't want to say a tough baby, but that's what I believe. Take my word for it. You stressed out, you're gonna have a stressed out baby. If there are people that are stressing you out, do away with them while you're pregnant. Keep them at an arm's length. You don't need that. Prepare your food ahead of time. So I did a super big stock of my of my food in my pantry. So I did a lot of easy to make foods, little like snacks to have in the house. A lot of fruit and stuff. Like you want to have those like non-perishable items, just because if you don't have help, or you're really tired, or you're sleep deprived, or your spouse needs to help you, make it easy for them, and then make it easier for yourself. Stock up on some goods at your house. Stock up, because when you come back, you want to be able to eat and feel good and not have to worry about where food is going to come from next. You're never going to be 100% prepared for when baby comes. Find help. If you have close friends that you trust and know that really truly care about you, say, hey, I love you guys so much. After I have this baby, I'm going to need your support. Do you think that you can come and help me? Do you think that you can bring a meal on this day? Do you feel like maybe you can watch, my newborn for an hour while I get some sleep? Do you think that's something, like, talk about it with your friends or your family members, just so that they can know what to expect. If it's someone that you trust, you might not even use them, but when time does come and you're like, I need sleep, and your husband or your spouse is at work or not at home, your friend is able to come, and they knew in their mind that was when they were going to step in. So definitely don't be afraid of asking, because no one's going to help you, in my belief, unless you ask. And I would also say, only ask if you feel comfortable asking. I don't want you to feel like, oh, well, Carrie said that I can ask anybody and not feel shame, so let me go ahead and ask this family member that never really talks to me. You're gonna let yourself down. People are just gonna let you down. Ask if you know that this person is someone that you can trust. Me, I only asked one person to do something for me one time, and that was it. And it just didn't feel natural for me, so I decided that I would either do it myself or rely on my husband. Guys, in case you guys were worried about that gestational diabetes drink that you have to take, which everyone in the world is gonna say, oh, it's nasty. For me, it wasn't even that nasty. It was actually really good. It tastes like a really sweet orange soda. That's all it is. Pick the orange one, not the red one. It was good to me. I drink it because in my home we don't really drink like juices like that. We just literally drink water. So at that time I was just like drinking it down. So if you hear, oh, that gestational diabetes test that you have to take with that nasty drink, just be like, I ain't worried about that. Hey guys, so my camera in my last footage was really blurry. I just wanted to go ahead and fit this in really quick before we close the video out. This video was the first out of the 3 videos explaining how I prepared in my first pregnancy and just a little backstory on how it was when I was pregnant with my first daughter. In the second video, I'm going to be talking about my unexpected cesarean experience, how it was in labor, what led to it at the hospital, and then healing at the hospital. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. If you like the information I shared today, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. The lighting is crazy in here. Show some love and support and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this page. Okay, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more information on being a young mother and stay-at-home wife. Even if you are not married, or maybe you're a working wife and not a stay-at-home wife, I believe this video might be good for you. Leave a comment below and let me know your experience with your first pregnancy. Were you expecting the child? Was it a surprise or was it planned? Did you think you were gonna have a cesarean? Did you prepare yourself for that? Did you plan one, or did you want a natural birth like I did? Let me know your experience and share that down below. I'd love to hear how your first pregnancy went. Until the next time we talk, beautiful people, this is Carrie Cavalli with the Imperfect Housewife Thrives. TTYL.